So recently I've been thinking about what if World Zero had guilds? Like, what would the game look like or feel like? And I soon realized that Abstract Alex, one of the game devs behind World Zero, has been thinking about adding a guild system to the game. Now, how that system will work, we don't know yet, but today I'm going to be giving you guys a few of my ideas on how guilds could work in World Zero and basically how they will function. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, player created guilds are basically just that, guilds made by players, and how they will work is very simple. A player could spend 500 shards or even, 500k gold, for example, and to basically create the guild. They'll like walk up to a guild bank or some sort of like NPC, and they'll talk to them and be able to buy a guild. Once you create the guild, you'll be able to obviously give it a name, and you'll probably have to put in a decal ID just because you need a guild logo, and obviously you don't want to leave it blank. You want people to see your guild's logo, your icon. So that's basically how guilds could work if they're player created. There's not much features or much things you can do at that point, because at that point it's up to the player to role play or whatever it may be to push the guild a little more. But let's go ahead and talk about the other way that guilds could work. Okay, so game created guilds are also very simple and easy to understand. It's just guilds that the devs made for the game that players can choose to join. This will open up a few extra features with guilds, such as guild only quests, areas, and events, maybe even themes around them. And you could also even play dungeons, which are themed after the guild that you're in and the location of the guild, which I think could also be pretty fun and pretty interesting. It'll also breathe a lot of life into the game. It'll give people a reason to say, okay, what guild do I want to join? It'll give players a reason to think, instead of just your friends inviting them to their own guild. You have to sit there and kind of think about, okay, which guild is best for me. I have like the Lions Guild, the friggin' Scorpions Guild. Like, which one do I want to be? Which one has the best like looking dungeon, or maybe even bosses and events? So basically, give players a lot of stuff to think about. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the features that could be added with guilds. Now, guilds open up a lot for the game, like when it comes to features, such as a guild leaderboard to show who's the best guild in the game, guild events, and even guild battles. Now, this could also bring a whole bunch more to it, such as guild halls and housing, which players of that guild could pretty much come together, save up gold, and buy, pretty awesome guild halls. For example, let's say everyone in your guild wants this really big looking castle as their guild hall. Well, everyone could come together and save up coins to get it. So like if it costs 10 million coins, all the guild members could go out, grind, or even donate all their coins to the guild bank, that then only the guild owner or the high ranks of the guild from there can basically use all those coins to buy the guild hall for everybody. This would work pretty well with like created like guild, like player created guilds, but it could also work with like guilds that the devs added to the game. Like maybe you just give all your coins, or everybody in that guild gives all their coins to the NPC, and the NPC will it'll have a voting system there we go, where everyone in the guild can vote on what they want their guild hall to be, and basically those coins would be going towards that. But that's pretty much it when it comes to like guild halls and stuff like that to do with housing. Also guild banks like I just talked about would be pretty interesting. Maybe you could have like another bank, like you have your player bank and then you have a guild bank where you can see other people's stuff. Obviously you can't take it, but you can see their stuff, kind of see who's rocking with what. It's sort of like the inspect element, but it's like in people's banks. You kind of see what they got in there. Maybe you can ask them, hey, you have this armor in your bank that you're not using, can I have it? That could work that way. I mean, obviously it might encourage a lot of begging, but I mean, we all know what to do with beggars, so But with one more thing with guild halls, that could be, very interesting that they could add, would be like the ability to customize your guild hall. Like, those role-playing games like Adopt.me or whatever other game out there. You know how you could buy houses and like basically customize them, add furniture around, chairs, whatever it may be. Maybe we could do stuff like that with the guild, like maybe the guild leader or the high-ranking officials in the guild. They can, edit the place, put stuff around, put furniture around, and obviously it'll use up coins, to buy the furniture, to give players a more reason to grind coins other than to upgrade gear. You basically can just do all that with coins, and everyone will have a reason to grind. But that would be really cool. Like, I could just imagine it now, walking into your guild hall. You have like this really long, fancy table with like 10 seats on each side where all the guild members could come and sit down and talk to each other. And it would just be really, really awesome. And I feel like if they added this feature, it would be such a game changer to everything. Like, World Zero will literally be one of the best games on Roblox, hands down, if they added this feature. Like, just if they added the guild system, like, really good, like, if perfect, I won't say perfect, but if they just added more to it, because most games they don't put the effort in for guilds. I'm sorry to say it, but they don't. A lot of games, they just say, hey, you can buy it with like 100 Robux, you could put a decal ID in, name your guild, and invite people, and that's as far as it goes with 90% of the games on Roblox that has guilds. That's as far as they go. Nothing else. Like, you may have, guild like little battles here and there, or like a leaderboard or ranking system to see who has like, the best guild, but other than that, that's as far as it goes. But World Zero is a type of game that could push it even further, and I feel like if they added something like this, everyone will love it. Nobody will be complaining. Obviously, you might have to put in a few safety features to like make it so that people can abuse it. Like, maybe someone from like, a high ranking who's just tired of World Zero, wants to troll and just delete or steal everybody's coins. You could probably put a safety feature where you cannot spend those gold coins without either the leader, like the owner's permission, or you can't, like, basically you can't sit there and buy a lot of stuff really fast. Like, it'll give you a cooldown, or maybe, there has to be, a voting system where players vote, okay, we'll let this guy use our coins and build for like 30 minutes or something, and then after that time's up, he can't no longer build or use the coins. That way it'll kind of have a little safety net in case someone decides that they want to just be a real nuisance. But anyways, let's go ahead and end this video. So of course, with all that being said, guilds could be a while away before we even see them in World Zero. I hope that there's a dev watching, or some of the devs are watching this video right now, because honestly, it may take time. Like, of course it'll take time, it may take some months, it may take a year, but please, developers, please, if you're going to add guilds, do it right. Don't do it the lazy way or the easy way. You gotta do it right. You got to basically one up all these other games with these guild systems. Some games have like guild halls with their guild with their game, which is really cool. You guys can do it too, and I feel like you guys can do it better. So please, if any developers are watching, please put the time and effort into guilds. This can be a real game changer. Like, your game, I guarantee your game's gonna have like 10-20,000 people on every day for like a full year straight, like, no doubt. Please add this guild feature right. I know I'm like being a little bit of a pushy person, but I just really want to see this game shine, and if they do the guild system right and do it justice, it will. But I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see ya. Peace out.